We are a century strong, and in 100 years, we've ensured that well before the first hole is dug or the first footing poured, the success of our projects is determined. Success that is a direct product of our effort, our integrity, and our dedication to hard work and helping others. It's those qualities that Neumann Brothers is built on, and it's that standard of excellence that will continue to shape this community and propel our company forward. Lifelong residents of Des Moines enjoy and take pride in the city's iconic skyline, an excellent reflection of Des Moines' progress, vibrancy, and national standing. It is the legacy of Neumann Brothers, the construction company which, over its 100-year history, erected a substantial portion of the Des Moines skyline and improved the landscape of central Iowa.
They've been around for so long and they're very well respected. Known for doing challenging projects and known for building most of the Des Moines skyline, so you can't do that and not go unnoticed.
Churches, skyscrapers, schools and hospitals, municipal buildings, factories and warehouses. For more than 100 years, Neumann Brothers' accomplishments are literally monumental.
Eventually we came around and said, okay, now it's time. We got to start building some landmarks. So you pop out Meredith Corporation. You pop out an EMC, and you start doing a state judicial building. We started very quietly at the Capitol in 1983 and are still there today.
There's always something new or different in construction, and Neumann Brothers doesn't shy away from anything that's hard.
I mean, Neumann is like a household word, really, and they know Neumann is a competent, strong company that is always around.
What started as the vision of Arthur H. Neumann in 1912, joined soon thereafter by his brothers, has grown exponentially over the decades, employing 3 generations of the Neumann family and thousands of talented tradespeople. Together, these individuals not only allow client dreams to be realized, but they also make up what is today's Neumann family.
They've been very good to me. Probably one of the few companies that are, it's more like a family. That's the way I look at it, Marshall Lynn, I consider him a friend as well as an employer, and that's a very unique situation when you can have a company as big as Neumann Brothers, but yet have that family aspect involved in it.
Every day defines us. There were the first generation was defined by who they were and what they did and what they accomplished. The second generation similarly took that ball and defined themselves with the Ruans and that work. Our generation was defined by who we were and what we have done. All of us are defined by the name Neumann.
This unity has served the family well through the Great Depression and the flooding in the Midwest, through economic downtimes and hard times. Neumann Brothers has remained strong, not just because of the buildings the company has constructed, but because of the integrity with which they were built. Aside from the high quality of construction, behind the scenes the company is determined, honest, and economically responsible.
I think every generation gets tested at some point in time. Our generation, the third generation, got tested in the 80s. Russ and I looked at each other on Fridays and we gave each other high fives when we met the payroll. And I remember at that point how thankful we were for the superintendents that stayed with us during those critical times, with the bank that was with us. If they'd drawn our line of credit, we would have been out of business. With our bonding company, who was willing to stick with us, and also with our subcontractors and material suppliers who we owed money, and they were willing to bring us along and help us work out of it.
You can call Neumann Brothers and get somebody to pick up the phone and return your call, and we don't hide behind the email and the computer. We're pretty much face-to-face and we're can-do. So I'd say the biggest thing is that just that we're here for owners as they need us.
There's 3 things in construction: good, fast, and cheap. Pick 2, because you can't have all 3. But really, you only get to pick 1, because everybody wants quality at the end of the day.
When there's it has to be done, It's critical. People don't think it can be done. Neumann Brothers is known for stepping up and getting those projects completed.
During its 100 years, Neumann has done more than construct buildings. They've created jobs, created homes and businesses, and they've created memories.
I have 13 grandchildren, and it's kind of funny. I'd have one of my grandsons or my granddaughter with me, and we'll drive by the Capitol or we'll drive by the Speedway, and I do take my family to the Speedway quite often. They have a different aspect in it because they've seen it. You know, I bring them to the projects and show them step by step how it's going together, and I think just to have them look to me and say, "Wow, Grandpa, you did this," that makes me feel real good.
The culture of this company began with its founders, and after 100 years, Arthur and his brothers' core values of personal commitment, pride, and integrity remain the cornerstones of the Neumann Brothers' approach to construction. It's those values that have been passed on through the years and through generations of family members and craftsmen. And it's those values that are forever built into this extraordinary company, its standard of excellence.
Building excellence is not just merely putting one brick on top of two or hanging a door or a window. It is the whole process of the delivery of construction product. It is the first hello. It is the graciousness of the handshake.
We never lost our vision and our focus on quality. If we couldn't do it right, we chose not to do it.
You get to really take pride in the company you work for. I think everybody in the field, the office, you know, they really take pride in what they do. And it's one of the few companies that I know of where at Neumann Brothers, it's really pride throughout the company, and I think that kind of promotes a quality product at the end.
And it says a lot to achieve 100 years, you know, longevity, no matter what your trade or craft might be.
Building the skyline of Des Moines has been very gratifying. It's not only gratifying from just the bricks and mortar, but the people that are working inside and the teams that help develop those. So I look at 100 years as being just part of the story.
The first generation, that was, you know, the brothers, and they're the one that got it started, and they were very proud people, and they did a wonderful job, and they negotiated a lot of those buildings and made a great impact on Des Moines. And then when my generation showed up, we kind of took over and just kept adding to it.
You know, people ask you where you work, and you say Neumann Brothers, and a lot of times they don't necessarily know what that is, and then you say, well, we built the Science Center or the Speedway, and it's like, oh yeah, I do remember seeing all your, you know, and they see the trucks and they see the signs and just the projects they know, and that's really cool.
They always give them 100% of the value of their work.
I think most people see Neumann Brothers as a long-lasting, steadfast company.
You know, once somebody comes and gets in good with Neumann, they usually stay.
Our defining moment is right now. This is it for our generation to do this. Obviously the transition, we believe wholeheartedly we have the right people in the right slots, that we're ready to go, that we are ready to go. I have no fear of going forward.
Arthur H. Neumann and Company created more than just buildings. They shaped the fabric of Des Moines. And still today, Neumann Brothers remains a constant, proudly distinguishing themselves during the past 100 years as a company that believes in the community's past, as well as developing its future, a future of excellence.